What is happening, guys? Martin's back again. You know where we are, so let's get into it. So, guys, I'm in a situation now. Fragrance has come to an end. We're in lockdown, we're in quarantine. Is now the time to buy a new fragrance? What do you do? Could look online for the deals, see what's in store. Bear in mind as well that we're not in any particular rush to get the fragrance anytime soon. So what do we do, guys? So this particular fragrance has actually run out now, and I saw a deal online, which is not too bad, from fragrancedirect.com. Not looking too bad, guys. Now this is the fragrance which I have. This is a 50ml. This is Prada Black. For those that do know from the Rossa line. This is one of a very nice fragrances. It's a very nice fragrance. It's one of, I don't say one of my best fragrances, but I've definitely had some compliments when I worn this one. You see it's black and wearing a black top. Yeah. So it's run out, guys. Last time I wore this properly, I remember I was in Amsterdam. I wore this one, I was wearing it to a dance festival in Amsterdam. I wore this one, guys. Compliments the whole evening. I think I only reapplied it probably once the whole evening. So with this, guys, who those that don't know, you do get a somewhat sort of similar DNA for all of this Rossa line. So this one, for instance, this is the carbon version, which smells a little bit like Dior Sauvage, but it seems to have slightly more of a, I'd say like a sort of sweeter note, slightly more, not necessarily like a sugary sweetness, but it's like a sweeter note compared to the sort of metallic, heavy sort of metallic smell that you get from Dior Sauvage. That's probably died down in this one. This one seems to be a little bit more, I'd say, office friendly to some extent. It's not as metallic. This is the carbon version, and then we have Rossa Sport here, which is a lot more. Again, these are all tonka bean based fragrances, but this one seems to have slightly more of an aquatic sort of note going on. And if you imagine like a powdered, sweet, aquatic sweetness coming from the tonka, so it's a little bit of base. But if you imagine like a spray of a mist from when you're at the beach, that's roughly what you get here. It's not particularly salty, but at the same time, it is a nice, refreshing fragrance, but it is quite sweet though, so you got to be careful with this one. I've worn this to the gym a few times, and I did get some compliments from even people in the gym. Guys in the gym just asking me what that fragrance was. So this is one to check out, guys. If you've not checked out before, probably able to get this on discount now. But some of these particular bottles seem to be quite expensive, and this is no exception. I think for designer fragrances. The only issue for me, I think, with this sort of fragrance, guys, is ultimately, when can it be used? This seems to be more of an occasion sort of fragrance. It's not a fragrance which is something I believe is an all-purpose sort of fragrance where you can wear it anywhere. Definitely in the high heat in summer, I think in the daytime this might be a little bit too much because the tonka is quite heavy. No breakdown on this one, just in respect of the actual notes. We have bergamot, we have some, I believe there's some patchouli in the mid notes. In the base, we have some tonka bean with some amber, and I believe there is also a muscanote as well. So some people have tried to say that this smells a little bit along the lines of Chanel Allure Sport, maybe so. Again, it's still in this sort of like, it's not necessarily aquatic, but it is tonka bean heavy, so you get the sweetness, the slightly powdery. This one seems to be slightly heavier in respect of the base notes, I would say, with the amber in there, compared to, say, for instance, this one, which is a sporting version, slightly different purpose. And this is one thing that lets me down so much with these fragrances. I don't understand why make a cap so it's so tight, you can't do anything with it, you can't even change it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. You can see there's juice in the bottom, can't get this shit out. What do? Waste of time. You spend £60 on a fragrance, you can't even do anything with it. Look at that, look at that. What do you do then? What do you do when the cap doesn't work and you can't even get it off? Why make the cap in this way? Why make the cap in this way? Prada, it's supposed to be something that represents quality. Not gonna say anything else about it. But this one, guys, unfortunately, still some juice in there. Yeah. Nice, fresh bergamot, tonka bean, say amber. So again, this is a nighttime fragrance, this is an evening fragrance, this is a daytime social, maybe probably more for the evening, winter, definitely date night fragrance. Yeah, I've had some compliments. Ladies seem to like it, guys. It's a nice fragrance. Again, if you're not a fan of the tonka, to be honest, I think you may struggle. Now when I say tonka bean, I'm not talking so heavy like Thierry Mugler, pure tonka. That's a completely different beast, and I could do a review on that one. That's a completely different beast. That one's so tonka heavy, it smells like cookies. But this one, fresh, aquatic, tonka bean, as I say, amber, keeps it in the base, and that's why, again, it's in the black bottle compared to the other ones. And the other ones just seem to be slightly more powdery, where I think this one's been reduced in respect of the powder, but I think it does last in comparison. For me, it's mixed in respect of how long it's going to last. Again, I can get about 4 hours where it's noticeable, and then it'll start to dry down with this fragrance. For me, where it's less noticeable, but at the same time, other people can still smell it, and I can't necessarily smell it anymore. So it's one of those fragrances, guys, that it could creep up on you depending on the circumstances. Do wear this one to the club. Have worn this one to, as I say, for social events and dancing and everything else like that. Definitely a good one if you're dancing kizomba. If you're dancing salsa, it might be too much heat going on, so it might not necessarily, it might be a bit overpowering for some people with this tonka note, which is quite strong. But it's definitely a fragrance I would check out, guys. And this one had run out, so I actually paid for this one probably around about £45 or so when it originally came out, nearer the time of, I believe this one's been out for some time actually. Let's have a look. 2017, so it's not too long ago. But yeah, a few years now. It's not a bad flanker at all from the original one, which the original one was very powdery. This one, I say, takes slightly more along the base notes, slightly heavier. It's a nice masculine fragrance. And yeah, I remember wearing this one, got some compliments. Ladies were like, hey, what's that you're wearing? You smell so good. And I was like, yeah, that's how it goes. So ran out, guys, decided to buy another one. And again, I was able to find it online. And this is called, what is it called again? Fragrance Direct. And I've actually managed to get it for about £53, which is not bad for 100ml. Yes, Fragrance Direct. So check out those guys at Fragrance Direct. Not too bad. They got some discounts on there, guys. Student discounts are on there, and they've also got some 10% discounts on there as well. So I personally would prefer to spend my money when I can see what I'm looking for, get the discount. You know, if I'm going to the stores and I want to go and buy it in the store, I'll go and buy it in the store. But again, it's good that we've got a bit of a chance now to sort of wind down and take a bit of a step back. I'm not really buying too many fragrances right about now anyway, but if there's something I particularly want, like this one, and happen to run out, I'm definitely going to go and get it. Nice fragrance. Check it out, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Have you also tried out any other ones? Which other ones have you tried out? I mean, this one, again, some of you guys have said that this is probably one of the best ones. Yeah, slightly sweeter, a lot lighter. It's not as heavy, less in respect of the base notes, I think. Yeah, this one to me probably smells slightly more along the lines of, if you imagine Dior Sauvage mixed with a little bit of this one. It's definitely not going along the lines of Aventus, definitely not, but you do get that bergamot in there, and it does smell like you're going to smell a bit of this sort of Mont Blanc Explorer-esque sort of vibe going on. Not bad, guys. Not a bad fragrance either. And this one's relatively cheap. I think this costs like £45 when I bought it, 50ml. So yes, guys, done and dusted. Let me know your thoughts. Please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe, as this is saving some money and some time. Please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you help me, guys, I can help you and keep this going. Please also remember as well, guys, I'm not funded by anybody, so therefore it's all my own in respect of obviously purchasing fragrances. No one sent me a single fragrance, and I have asked some companies, you know, to position in it, but hey, it's an amateur channel. They're not interested. So guys, thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.